I am, man, I'm really feeling it. I'm feeling, um, alone. Alone. Mind you, I don't care usually about being alone. But when it comes to something like this, where you need support, where the other people have the information that you need, that you literally can't get this information yourself, like without another person supporting. And I mean, I'm so grateful for ChatGPT. I'm so grateful for ChatGPT because at times like this, it's like, who else would I go to? Maybe the library, but the library's closed. And this is urgent. And it's due in a couple of days. And that's, who knows if there's actually support there. No, but I'm gonna go. I'm gonna take my time and energy to do so. I came here because it's like I'm so very frustrated. I'm so very pissed. It's like, who do you talk to about this? Because no one is holding me in other states. But I know here, no one's being held accountable. Or you know what? I mean, it's either not being given, or not being given with proper time, with prompt timing, so that I could apply to the things that are here. Like, oh, they say there's two souls in here. Who is here? Who knows me and who do I know? Okay, but well, tell me because as I went through, I was looking at who's subscribed and and I said I know some people here, but a lot of people I don't know. I want to know. I don't know how you know me. How I know you. How we know each other. Um. I'm so used to doing IG lives. Oh, where did the 4 more people come? Where are you all coming from? How are you seeing this right now? I just can't. Y'all. Like, looking at this visual, you know, my background has a ton of financial luxury, opulence, wealth, energy, all right? Because that's what I want in my visual. And this one, hey, 10 people, I swear, where y'all coming from, okay? Look, like, look, come on, let's put our feet. Come on, y'all. Put your feet, right? Like, this is alive, baby. You see the views? You see the apple cider? Look. Here I am, like, doing what I'm supposed to do on my end, applying to the houses. When the houses reach out and say that, hey, we're ready for your next part of your application, I go and I do that. And Jeremy, Wagwan, tell me more, because it's a fact. And I know that everything that's for me is for me, right? Like, no one can take away what's for us. Rejection is sources protection, like all these different things, right? So one part of me looks at me doing the work and not getting support on the other end from the specialist or other people that can help me answer these questions that I've never answered before, never filled out this paperwork before, never did any of this. And I'm in a shelter with a case manager and a housing specialist that are supposed to support me, supposed to help me with these type of things. Y'all, I'm not a person that asks for support like that. I'm not a messages call for review. What y'all talking about down there? Right? Like, I've created my own tracking documents where I have over 100+ places I reached out to. Again, my own Google Doc, putting in, a section for and color organizing for each borough, and doing a whole thing I laid out. Like, I sit here and I every day, or every other day, whenever it comes to me, I sit here and I do that, and then it comes up. I get the documentation. I fill it out. I'm ready to submit. Like, that's how it's supposed to go. She sends it to me. I fill it out. I send it back. How come I have nobody to help me with the questions to send back? And if you've been around, you know, like, this is not the first time. And the way that they show up just shows me how disrespectful they are. Or how much they deem people in shelters as worthy of being disrespected, right? I'm not going to frame them as a disrespectful person. Probably not, right? Because like I said, if Michelle Obama was here, you want to be talking to her like that. You want to be treating her like that. So why you feel comfortable treating me like that? If you heard my live earlier, you already know, and all my others, law of attraction, I'm about reflection, right? I'm like, okay, you must be disrespecting me because I'm disrespecting myself. That must be what it is, okay? Outside of that, how come you're not doing your JOB? Your JOB, your JOB, how come? How come I'm at risk of losing the opportunity or being separated from or not being in alignment with another opportunity? This is like my third, fourth luxury apartment. They come in, they literally like, so how come I'm doing what I'm supposed to do on my end? I fill out the stuff, I submit the stuff, and then they want something from the housing specialist, or I need help from a housing specialist to do something specific, and there's no help to be found. Ask me when I email people. Ask me the last email I sent over probably now 2 weeks ago if somebody responded, and how many times I've asked for follow-up. Ask me how when I talk to that person in their face and ask them why they didn't follow up to me. Oh, I had nothing to say. Like I didn't get the information to tell you. So that you tell me that you didn't get the information to tell me. Because you would never not respond to Michelle Obama, right? You wouldn't leave Beyonce on red for 2 weeks. You wouldn't be in a luxury building and not communicate with the tenants. So it's once I get to a certain frequency and or financial bracket, that's when I'm owed this respect. That's when that respect could be reflected back to me. I told y'all I've been here since July and at this location, and I've had 4, potentially 5, I believe there was a 5th one, meeting where the people did not meet me. The person did not meet me. And they also didn't communicate that they weren't going to meet me for a scheduled meeting. Where they do that at? Please do tell. Like, where do they do that at? Where do people make scheduled meetings, don't attend them, and don't communicate beforehand or afterwards that they weren't gonna attend them? For real. Anybody. Only in disrespect land, right? Only in disregard land. Only in a, like, I don't give a shit about you land. Only in a fuck what you talking about land. Only in a girl, I'll help you when I help you land, right? Like, only. Only. It has to be only in those worlds, because I've never experienced this a day in my life. All the 30 plus years I've been in this planet, on this planet, in this body, I've never experienced this. I've never experienced someone or multiple people being disrespectful like this. Multiple people not following through with what they said they're going to do. Multiple people. And again, reflection. Like, I know how many times I didn't show up for myself and do what I said I'm going to do for myself. But that's outside of the housing stuff. That's outside of every single thing that they asked me to do, or that's given here, or to be here. Like, outside of, like, when it comes to building my own goals and dreams, yeah. I am procrastinating. I'm not following through. You know, like all these things. But when it comes to doing the things I'm supposed to do here, like HRA with the storage, come on. I go, I submit the invoice, I wait 3 hours to speak to somebody. I travel an hour to get there. I travel an hour back on the bus just for me to do it again in another week. I'm like, who wouldn't be angry? Who wouldn't feel violated? Who wouldn't feel pissed? Who wouldn't feel disrespected? That I have to, I have to because I choose not to make money another way. So because I choose to not make money and bring in money another way, so then I have to choose to come back again, to do the same thing again, to ride the hour again, to wait 3 hours again, to ride back home an hour again, to get you to do what you're supposed to do when I did it the first time. I don't get it, y'all. I don't get it. I don't get how it could be ran like this. Y'all, I got it on video, on recording. This lady literally picked up her stack of paperwork and said, I got more stress than you. There's one of you. There's all these people. You got more stress than me? Wait, y'all ego be talking in here. Y'all ego, I like, where can you go that say, I provide this service, and then you go for the service, they say they're going to do the service, and then you leave and they don't provide the service. No, seriously, isn't that only scams? Only scams do that, right? Hello. Hi, side 4, burr 3. Mm-hmm. Love the number 3. But yeah, I'm just, and all I could think about when it comes to this is how much I'm excited to change this somehow, some way. You know, like eventually a campaign of why do I deserve less? Right? Now, I don't deserve less. You don't deserve less. Right? I don't, that's information I would say. But obviously, the vibration here, the energy here, the frequency here, the message sent within the shelter system and HRA is that you deserve less. You don't deserve the same amount of respect, the same amount of anything. You know how many people talk crazy to me just because they was talking crazy to the last 10 people? And I get it. You think everybody the same type of whatever, based on what you've been experiencing in the system, whatever. But every single person is different, and you should treat them as such. Not talking over me, not telling me that, like, you know how I tell you I have recordings on recordings on recordings. When I'm telling somebody this is this, and they tell me this is this, and I'm like, what are you looking at? Oh yeah, it actually does say this is this. Yeah, it does say that. And I know it says that because I know what I submitted. I know what I'm doing. I know what I come here to do. I keep track. When I say I gave you an invoice from November to December, and you tell me I'm giving you an invoice from October to November, that is a lie. That is not true. That is incorrect. And when I tell you you have incorrect information, the pushback before you finally realize, no, you are wrong. Just because you're maybe because again in HRA, all these places, they're so used to actually ending up being right. But in my experience with them, every single time they've been wrong. They've been incorrect. They've been inaccurate, and it's fucked me up. Me and my world. Right? And nothing could really F me up to the, but it's now something on me to work on additionally. Like, I'm not saying you're supposed to relieve my stress, but you're supposed to add more stress? That's what your service is? A stress service? That's what you're telling me. Your service is to provide negative stress. Yeah, I'll give you my help with negative stress. Add that. That's on the bill too. You'll get this support and you'll get this negative stress. Here you go. Here's your storage paid. after it's gone into close to being auctioned off all your stuff and stressed you out, and you couldn't get access to all your stuff for months while the weather was changing. Here you go. Here's the stress and the storage paid. Hope you enjoy it. Like that's the energy y'all give. That everything you support me, I have to also provide you with a dose of stress. You sound like my son's father. You sound like many people's fathers out here. Why are you helping but also hurting simultaneously? And why are you allowed to do so? That's my thing. Why are you continually allowed to do so? Why is nobody holding nobody accountable? Why when I talk to the supervisor, he want to run in and push my, like basically say the same thing she said. But I know y'all both wrong because I wouldn't be here today if the last person do what you say she did. I would have different things on my app. On my application, the notices that I get after you actually do what you're supposed to do. Yeah, I would have got that if she did it. I would have got that, but I didn't. So she did not do what she's supposed to do, but you both are saying that she did. And then you both can't give me confirmation that I don't have to come back here again next week and do the same shit a third time to get the surface done. My voucher, y'all. I got a voucher. Got in the shelter, public shelter in April. I got my voucher, a specific City Febs voucher in May. I was not told that voucher would be eventually expiring to the point where you got to reapply for one. Okay, that's fine though. That's fine. You didn't tell me that. You didn't let me know all the information. Cool. Especially the people who I was with. I was at the first shelter. They were amazing. Like, so they were prompt. They were doing what they were supposed to do. Like all this stuff. So of course there were hiccups, but way better than here. Way better than people working here. So now got the voucher in May. June. I had a place, but the people didn't do what they were supposed to do, so I didn't get the place. I didn't get the luxury place. Go on. I'm here June. I'm here July. I'm here August. Excuse me. I moved to this new place in July. I'm here August. I'm here September. The case manager switch. A case manager tells me, hey, because I asked him. Because I inquired. Right? Because no one is going to offer information in here to you. Except for me. I'm the one offering information. I'm the one sending resources. Why am I sending the case managers and the housing specialists resources? How come I ain't never get one sent my way? How come I have so many emails unanswered? How come I CC legal people, media, HPD, all HRA? Nothing. Nobody has nothing to say. Do I need to CC the fucking president? Trump! I don't even care. I don't even fuck with you. I don't care about you. I don't even care about presidents. Obama, anybody who's alive. Bush. Who do I need to CC one of y'all to get some movement, to get some movement over here? Like, do I need to claim terrorism? What do I need to do to get, hello, SOS, we need help here. They're not helping us. You don't train anybody to be trauma informed. So you have a whole bunch of egos running wild out in these streets. Wild. Cops? I had a situation with cops this week. Oh my God, same thing. I'm just like, they're everywhere. The untrained, dysregulated nervous system energy is everywhere. It's everywhere. And they're not stopping. Like, who is stopping this? Who is getting in the middle of this? Who is saying something, doing something, anything about this? So I just have to keep sharing. I have to keep writing. I have to keep, like, and it makes me so emotionally charged that I have to do so much to get help. That I have to do so much to be heard. That I have to do so much to be valuable enough for y'all to do something about the shit going on? How come I have to do so much for that when you say you provide that? That's like me going to an Apple store and I ask for an iPad. They tell me they got it, but then I go to check out and they give me an empty bag with nothing in there. But I thought you said you had it, and I just paid for it.